Welcome into the DLF YouTube channel. I am your host, Justin Wright. Today, guys, we are breaking down Travis Etienne. And when I say breaking down, obviously we're speculating because we don't have actual NFL data heading into year two. But we're talking breakout, we're talking bust, buy, sell, whatever you want to call it, right? What do you do with Travis Etienne heading into his second season with a new coaching staff? Before we get into that, guys, if you want to catch me over on Twitter, you can at Justin_14P. Also, if you like what we're doing here at DLF, hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have questions, comments, anything like that, obviously drop it below. We'd love to interact with you, answer everything you got, send it on over. Travis Etienne, how do you approach him in Dynasty? Right now, people are hesitant, right? He's coming off the board as RB19, behind guys like J.K. Dobbins, Elijah Mitchell, other guys like that, right? Rushing heavy running backs, which is fine. Currently they are safer because, we've seen them produce. Travis Etienne is not going to be a rushing only running back. And I think that's the appeal and what a lot of people are missing with his value. We know he is an elite pass catcher as a running back. We saw the chemistry with Trevor Lawrence at Clemson for several seasons, right? I mean, they built that offense together. And even though Doug Peterson, the new head coach, not Urban Meyer, really likes to run a committee, I don't think that's going to be the end of the world. You can look at running backs across the league that do not take, the lion's share of work in the backfield, right? Maybe they take 60%. They don't take the workhorse 70, 75%. You can look at DeAndre Swift as the perfect mold, actually, for this type of breakout. Travis Etienne is arguably the most dynamic pass catcher on this roster. Think what you want about Christian Kirk. I don't think he's very good. They have Laviska Shenault, who I think has proven to be fine. Marvin Jones is there. DJ Chark is gone. I'm sure I'm forgetting other guys, but the thing is they're not really relevant. So you were looking at Travis Etienne, arguably the most dynamic pass catcher on this offense, with an offensive coach like Doug Peterson that knows how to scheme talented players open. James Robinson is coming off of not an ACL, an Achilles injury. He may not be back to start camp, and he may not even be back for week one. He very well could start on the PUP list. And if that happens, and Travis Etienne is healthy, who's obviously coming off of his own injury, it is going to be wheels up for Travis Etienne. Like there's no other way around it. Yes, they'll find somebody to play the one, quote unquote, 1B in this offense, but I don't think it's enough to put me off of Travis Etienne, right? I mean, again, Doug Peterson may like committees, but Travis Etienne is significantly better than everybody else on that roster. And people can point to Miles Sanders and say, oh, but Miles Sanders was better than everybody else. I don't know if Miles Sanders was. We've seen a lot of Miles Sanders, and even without Doug Peterson, he still was, injury prone, not a great receiving back, not a great runner. There's a lot of issues with Miles Sanders. I think Travis Etienne is significantly better. Heading into year two without any snaps under his belt, not an issue because he probably has better chemistry than any wide receiver on that team with Trevor Lawrence. That's the biggest piece for me, especially in the passing game. We all know in PPR leagues, you want pass catching. You don't want carries, you want pass catching. So say Travis Etienne leaves with 150 carries, not a lot by any stretch, but he gets up into the, 70, 75 target range. You're looking at a guy that has top 15, top 10 running back upside. And in Dynasty, even in redraft, he's going later, but in Dynasty at RB19, that just screams value for a guy that's about to exceed his ADP and vault himself, several tiers up the running back ladder, similar to DeAndre Swift last season. So when you're talking trade value and, what do you give up for Travis Etienne? I'm going to give, and people aren't going to like it, I don't particularly care, I'm going to give up Chris Olave. I'm going to give up Jameson Williams. He is still a first-round draft capital running back. They still have the 5th year on him if they want to take it in a couple of seasons. So potentially 4 more years before he hits free agency, right? And yes, the Liz Frank injury can be scary. I'm going to roll the dice. I'll give up high-profile wide receivers that may be good for a running back that, again, may be good, but I think is damn good. So Travis Etienne is one of those guys. I think you go out, you buy him, you just kind of get DeAndre Swift-esque results with a lower ceiling because I don't think he is, a 1-for-1 cut of DeAndre Swift, but a guy that very much possesses a similar skill set and, God willing, a similar ceiling. All right, guys, that is all we have for you on Travis Etienne, a quick hitter there. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. like the video, questions, comments. You want to roast me on Travis Etienne for what I give up for him, drop it below. We're happy to see it all. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.